Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How we doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing fine. Thank you so much, Steve H., for kicking off the contributions. I greatly, greatly appreciate. Thank you so much. So welcome, everyone. Oh, in just a few short days, just a couple of short days, I'll have my Verizon internet with a snippy, snappy, clear picture. We'll get the studio in a little bit better shape as well, although I'm liking the space. Thank you for those of you who have purchased books and been very patient with me for sending them slowly. This is why I'm going to allow, as quickly as I can get it set up, I'm going to allow Amazon to fulfill my physical copy book orders. I am now in a place where the system that I had in place to do that quickly is just not here. It's just not. It's not going to work anymore for me to fulfill those orders myself. And I want everyone to be able to say that they paid for and received their book in a timely fashion. So, God willing, we're just going to allow Amazon to handle both the digital and the physical. The store will not close. The website will not close. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start offering other items for sale. I know that y'all have been kind of wanting the little fans. I don't use them as much, but I'll use them more in the future. And like the sayings, the t-shirts, things that I think you guys might actually like, because we got a couple of sayings here, and a couple of little keywords that we like to use. So we might as well spread around the vernacular. We might as well do that. And so in the store, we'll have useful things as well, information and different material. The book that I have written will not be the last book that I write. So we're going to start working on another book probably early next year. So definitely a back feet is a term. So we're going to have some terms that we deal with that might be fun to do. But the books is serious business. I take it seriously, the fact that I have not been able to, because of the move and because of settling certain things, I have not got my footing back for the rhythm of sending books out, getting orders, sending them out, getting orders, sending them out. You know how you have a system, and that system is now kind of thrown a little bit out of whack. But we are going to get you together. So if you have purchased a book within the last couple of weeks, please be patient. Your book is going out tomorrow morning, all of them. And I don't have a serious backlog, but all of the books will be in the mailbox and on their way to you early tomorrow morning. So thank you so much for you guys' patience. But with that being said, we're going to talk about a couple of different things. Okay? And we're going to talk about this making of stripper culture to be mainstream. And Black women, y'all did this. Y'all did this. Y'all made the Sukihanas, the Cardi B's, the Meg Thee Stallions, but I'm really going to focus on Suki because even though the rest of them are y'all little thought leaders, Suki is really the type that used to be left in a niche somewhere. You had to dig for her. She's the type that you needed to be watching a lot of prawn to know who she is, or you needed to be like around her locally to know who she is. She was never supposed to be the type of chick that was mainstream knowledge. She's like the prawn chicks from, I guess, back in the day. You only knew them chicks if you watched prawn. You only knew the famous stripper in the city if you was in that crowd. If you was in that crowd and you was going to strip clubs and stuff like that, then you knew the circuit of strippers, who was popular, who wasn't popular, you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff. If you're in that world, you know these people or you know of these people. But if you are not in that world, you have no knowledge of these people. That's where Suki should have been. Suki should have been left in the dark somewhere. But see, y'all make these OnlyFans porn chicks mainstream chicks. Y'all make these chicks in the mainstream where most people will know of her, even if they don't know what she's so-called famous for. Even her little song that caught attention a few years ago, I Need a Henny and a Plan B, that was a strip club song or something. That was not a song that should have hit no airwaves. That was not a song that should have hit nobody. If you wasn't in the strip club, if you wasn't on the scene, if you wasn't on the blade, you shouldn't have never heard that. But we do hear about her. We hear about the Cardi B's. Cardi B was a stripper. And we made her mainstream. The Jocelyn Hernandez's. What is Jocelyn, in her 40s now? What is she, in her early 40s? Somewhere fighting? Still somewhere fighting? Still somewhere cussing and clowning on a camera? A whole scripper that Stevie J put on the map. And everybody liked Jocelyn, whether you liked her or not, you liked her, and you pumped her up because she was full of drama. And she was full of arguments and fighting and keeping up. You know, she good for ratchet reality TV. She good for that. She mid-30s. I thought she was hitting on 40. You made all these chicks famous for nothing. Famous for hoeing. You made these chicks famous for hoeing. Cardi B is a stripper turned rapper. That was the big thing. The stripper that want to rap. Meg Thee Stallion was never a stripper, but she got that energy. I'm going to show y'all a couple of shorts of Sukihana. This is what's going around. And I'm going to talk about y'all upholding Sukihana too. We're going to watch a couple of these shorts. Okay, give me 2 seconds because I want to have them tuned up. Give me a second. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show y'all two separate clips of her. They're disgusting, by the way. She not necessarily just doing something disgusting. It's her. She's disgusting. The stuff that she talk about, disgusting. Okay, you know she gonna curse up a storm. It's real short, but just be patient with it. We're gonna let each short run twice, unfortunately. But I need y'all to get the vibe of it. I'll get to the super chat in just a moment, but let me go ahead and share my screen.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay.
Now I'm gonna show you the second one. Okay. And for those, she didn't say she's trying to get her stuff scratched. She's saying scratched. That's what she's saying. Scratched. That's what she's saying. So she's trying to get dug out, is what she's trying to tell everybody. And here we go to the second one.
It's apparently 100% piss is what people are saying.
Yeah, it was 100% piss. I love pissing.
Okay.
I love to pee on myself.
Okay. And some of the comments are really disgusting.
Well, no, the thing is, I'm a disgusting person. So it's just like, people been knew that about me. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can keep posting my OnlyFans videos. I mean, I don't do OnlyFans no more.
But what do you say to them that say she's a terrible representation for Black women? Stop posting her. She's disgusting.
I feel like when they say disgusting, they're not fucking lying. I feel like the people ain't, if you, whatever you heard about me is the truth. I don't give a fuck. You know how you break all barriers? You break them by telling them everything.
Yeah.
So now that I told you everything, is no exposing. Like it is what it is, bitch. I did OnlyFans during the pandemic. We were all fucked up. Some of y'all was sucking dick for free and still had no food in your fridge. And I'm not judging because I done been there. We all done had somebody that ain't had no money like that, but we was fucking with them because we fuck with them.
You were playing with yourself, and it's apparently 100% piss is what people are saying.
Yeah, it was 100% piss. I love pissing.
Okay.
I love to pee on myself.
Okay. And some of the comments are really disgusting.
Well, no, the thing is, I'm a disgusting person. So it's just like, people been knew that about me. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can keep posting my OnlyFans videos. I mean, I don't do OnlyFans no more.
But what do you say to them that say she's a terrible representation for Black women? Stop posting her. She's disgusting.
I feel like when they say disgusting, they're not fucking lying. I feel like the people ain't, if you, whatever you heard about me is the truth. I don't give a fuck. You know how you break all barriers? You break them by telling them everything.
Yeah.
So now that I told you everything, is no exposing. Like it is what it is, bitch. I did OnlyFans during the pandemic. We were all fucked up. Some of y'all was sucking dick for free and still had no food in your fridge. And I'm not judging because I done been there. We all done had somebody that ain't had no money like that, but we was fucking with them because we fuck with them.
You were playing.
Now, I went ahead and ran them twice because even though she's speaking in a very disgusting manner, I need y'all to understand what y'all are hearing and what you are seeing. And Black women, what you are upholding. Thank you, Arlie. Says Sukihana hit a lick and ride as long as she can. She gonna stay in that character as long as she keep getting money and clout from it. Unfortunately, that is not a character. I don't believe she's playing at all. She's not playing a role. She's not being over the top for clicks and views. She's getting clicks and views. That's not why she's over the top. She's over the top because she's over the top. She's over the top because that's who she is. That's what she is. We're going to talk about what Suki is. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much, Norin, for your contribution as well, sweetheart.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just wanna thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Appreciate you so very much, Norin. Thank you, Miss Lucasey, for the super sticker. Thank you, BS is Real, said total embarrassment and beyond. Thank you, Alice Asuki has a mental health issues. No, she don't. Thank you, JS Sasuki says she wanted to hook up with Umar a few months ago. This is who he's pandering to. Exactly. I saw a screenshot. I think it was on Shay Shardae's community tab about him wanting to talk to her. It's such garbage. She admits being disgusting, and she is. She admits liking to urine on herself. We've already seen her do inappropriate actions with a minor. The things that she gets on a stage, in front of a microphone, in front of a camera, and does and says without any shame. This is who y'all rode for. When this chick came up and told you she was violated of all things by a kiss, not a nipple tweak. She wasn't violated getting on stage, letting some other chick eat her booty. She wasn't, that didn't violate her. Being in London, saying the most vulgar things in public in front of a camera, loud as I don't know what, that didn't violate her. Sitting on that little clip just now talking about how much she likes to urinate on herself and how disgusting she is, and she just breaking every barrier and she doesn't have any boundaries, that didn't have her shook. But a kiss from YK Osiris, she was sitting somewhere trying to act like she had some type of, oh my God, he violated me when he kissed. Girl, I don't want to hear that. This is why it was so disgusting when y'all was calling yourself riding and sticking up for her and supporting her and uplifting her. Because y'all are so corrupted, y'all don't know a demon when you looking at one. You don't know an evil, corrupted spirit when you see one. That's how corrupt and lost you are. That's how corrupt and lost you are. You don't know an evil, demonic, misleading spirit when you see one. You don't listen to nothing that's being said to you. You don't listen to anything. You don't comprehend anything. And this is why you're lost, and this is why you'll be destroyed as a group. Because how are you crying about a violation when you just sat somewhere and said you don't have any boundaries? There are no boundaries. So if there aren't any boundaries for you, then there aren't any boundaries against you. You said no boundaries, which means no order, which means you are in full free fall chaos, and there's absolutely no rule. There is absolutely no regulations. There is nothing that nobody need to be paying attention to at all when it comes to you. But YK Osiris violated you. And y'all, the rest of y'all heathens, took up for it when it cried and it whined and it told y'all it was scared. But it ain't scared to do nothing else. This is how the corruption has been allowed to spread and fester and become cancerous among the Hyena sisterhood, because any one of you can come out and be absolutely deplorable as a human being and come back and hide behind being a woman. And y'all will forgive any indiscretion she do if only she whine and cry. Oh, I was violated as a woman. Sukihana can't be violated. And I know that that's controversial. The reason why I don't think Sukihana can be violated is because when you openly don't have any boundaries, that means anything goes. So you got to be careful what you're talking about. I'm breaking all the rules. I'm breaking all the boundaries. Okay. So then they will all be broken. All of them. Because you can't be a person that break every boundary and then have boundaries for yourself that other people can't break with you. Thank you so much. What's the king to a gossip, ma'am? It's already stretched. You can park a whole truck stop at 18 wheelers. This is facts. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina. Sweetheart, thank you, Stardust. A judgment is waxing upon Babylon. And thank you, Dr. G. I greatly appreciate it. May Allah guide and keep us steadfast on the right path. I mean. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bio said this woman has children. Most of these deplorable individuals do have children, unfortunately. Okay. Sukihana and those of her ilk are demons. And I'm not going to get y'all this time with the spiritual. I'm really not going to get y'all, although we probably do need to go there at some point. Because only human demons, and there's a such thing as a human demon, like doing things like soiling themselves. They like filth and dirt. They like all the things that disgust any other person. No adult likes to urinate on themselves as a form of pleasure or a form of being turned on or anything like that. We don't like that. We don't like the feeling of being soiled. Even little children after a certain point do not like to soil themselves, which is where potty training comes in at. Because after they're a certain age, even they are uncomfortable with soiling themselves. They soil themselves initially because they can't help themselves. They don't really have any conscious thought about that. They're just eliminating. But once they kind of get to toddling and kind of getting up and stuff like that, and they don't like that feeling. They don't like the feeling of having something on them that is not clean. And even when they are infants and can't help but soil themselves, that's why babies cry when they pamper be damp and when they pamper be full. Because if they poop on themselves, it become uncomfortable to them, and then they cry because they want it off of them. A newborn baby that cannot speak, that cannot form any sentences to tell anybody anything, that has a very limited knowledge and understanding of their external environment, very limited understanding of even who or what they are or where they are or what's going on with them. Completely dependent human being. a completely clean slate. It doesn't have any previous knowledge or previous experiences from which to draw anything, any conclusions or anything. They're perfectly new. Even a newborn baby knows that soiling itself is not good. They don't want to pee-pee on themselves, even though they can't help it. Even though they don't know how to get it themselves, the only thing they know how to do is cry for somebody else to come get it because they are unable to do so. However, they know that it is unclean. It's not clean. They know they're not clean, and they know it's uncomfortable physically for them to have such uncleanliness on them. And here you got a grown woman that'll sit somewhere and tell you that she likes urinating on herself, and this is y'all queen. This y'all queen. Huh, Dr. Umar? This the queen that everybody should run to save her? This demon? That come to us in the guise of women's freedom and liberation and sexual freedoms and, breaking out of the norm and breaking the gender norm. All that breaking the norm means is that we are breaking the order of the Most High. We're going to break that order. We're going to break the natural order. See, it's gone beyond breaking a law. They're not even breaking a law, a man-made law, a government law. They're not even breaking those. That's not the law that they're breaking. That's not the boundary that they are destroying or attempting to destroy. That is not the boundary. The boundaries that they are attempting to destroy are not the boundaries that was created by the United States government or the UK government or the Canadian government or no other government. That's not the boundary. That's not the boundary. The boundaries that they're talking about are the natural boundaries. When we start talking about biology being attacked, that's the natural boundary. No man created that. Oh, we might go there today. Thank you, Stardust said the complete antithesis to cleanliness, the personification of putrescence. Exactly. Thank you, Real Life. Thank you for the super sticker, sweetheart. And thank you so much, Gregory said, remember, Black men, we must save the community. We must save single mothers by choice, pigeons and rebel women. Exactly. So when we talk about the order, you got to think about what order is being broken. When she talk about breaking the boundary, you got to think about who set the boundary, which boundary. When you talk about breaking out of the gender roles and breaking out of, when you start talking about that, gender's assigned at birth and blah, 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 blah. You got to think about who set that rule up. We're going to talk about it. But after these messages, we'll be right back.
Friends and family, I would like you to check out blackcommunityspeak.com. Now, blackcommunityspeak.com is a forum-based website. So something that's very simple where you can get on, you can get off, get involved with a lot of topics. Now, Black Community Speaks is a place that's for Black men and women to talk about issues that's affecting the entire community. So on blackcommunityspeak.com, they talk about topics in the range of news, what's going on in society, relationships, technology, business, food and recipes, gaming, health and fitness, music, and many, many more. On Black Community Speak, it's a place where you can be safe to say what you want to say without the fear of big tech censorship. So make sure you head on over to blackcommunityspeak.com and sign up today.
So what you definitely want to do is just what the brother Uncle Phil instructed you to do. I have pinned the link to blackcommunityspeak.com at the top of the chat with a beautiful forum created by a black man that really would like for us to be able to come together as a community and have positive conversations about not only our problems, but the solutions to those problems in a way and in an environment where we're not thinking about being canceled or our accounts being taken because we can't say certain buzzwords, we can't say certain sentences, we can't talk about certain things, certain groups, certain ideologies, or else you're going to get canceled. So it was a beautiful idea for the brother to create at least one forum, because there's more to come. But he created that forum. So what I need you to do, signing up is completely free. All you have to do is click the link to blackcommunityspeak.com. Go ahead, create your profile. Everything is completely free. Join a conversation or start one. I know that I owe you a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to and go ahead and hit the like button so that we can definitely get back into the algorithm, because I realize that I am being slowly shadow banned. So the liking, the sharing of the video really, really helps. But we gotta get thank you, Miss Stephanie, for the super sticker, beloved. We gotta get back to this very important thing. In the lost value system, what is the corruption of the truth value? What the spiritual value? What doesn't the spiritual value contain? In the lost value system, what doesn't the spiritual value contain? Somebody put it in the chat for me. Thank you, Mr. Missing. The word you are looking for Sukihana is a Cenobite. If you ever watched Hellraiser, or if you read the book Hellbound Heart. Yeah, I know what a Cenobite is. She's actually worse than that. Truth. It is missing the truth. Because there is an attack on truth. When we take a look, and this is why I say the lost value system, this is how it survives. This is why truth bring you out and lies keep you in. That's the thing to really remember about these value systems. If you want to get out of the lost value system, start telling yourself the truth. In every one of these areas, tell yourself the truth. If you want to stay, start lying. Start lying to yourself. Start lying to others about these things. In the lost value system, the spiritual value has no truth. Everywhere we go, if you doubt that there's a such thing as a lost value system, or if you doubt the severity of such a lost system of values, then all that you have to do is look around. What is being attacked everywhere? What's being attacked everywhere? The truth. And they're attacking the truth at a level that we didn't think it could be attacked. And they're doing it on a biological level. Biologically, the truth is being attacked. Teachers are being kicked out of their position for literally teaching grammar school, grade school, middle school, and high school level biology classes. When they start talking about chromosomes, genes, recessive dominant, they can't say that females have double X and male have XY. They can't say that. Which human being created that law? Which human being created that law? Who? Tell me who created the biological law that females are double X's and males are X and Y. Did the government create it? Did a politician? Was it created on an app? Is it in the metaverse? Is it an Instagram page? Who created that law? Who created that rule? These are the rules. I need y'all to understand. These are the rules that are they are attempting to break. Not government rules, not federal law, not state level law. That is not the law. Those laws have been shifted to accommodate the attack on the natural law. And this ain't a demonic system. The environmental law, the law of the land, the environment has been shifted in such a way as to provide the support necessary to attack biological law. When the true order of things is that the environment produced is a result of your biological law, not the other way around. But they've turned it so such that the external environment, the law of the land, the legal proclamations have been altered in such a way that the biological scientific fact can now be challenged. Now I want y'all to think about something. This is the same society that laughed at those who believed in the Most High or a higher power or God. And the basis of them ridiculing and mocking people who had a spiritual belief in a God of any kind, their basis for doing it was science. They said that if it could not be scientifically proven, if it could not be found out through the scientific method, if something could not be analyzed through the scientific method, then it was not to be taken as real. And since God, quote unquote, could not be established via the scientific method, well, any sensible person could not now believe in such a God that science would refute. So they upheld science. They utilized the concept of science to support that you're born gay. They tried every scientific, biological basis to convince the masses that being a homosexual could not be a spiritual or a moral dilemma since it is a biological fact, supposedly. So they upheld science and biology. And now, when they want to tell you that there aren't any boundaries for anything, that up is down, down is up, night is day, day is night, men are women, women are men, and there's no difference between them. Now, you can't say science says that it is different. See, now they say science don't matter. So science don't matter when it comes to believing that there are 50 million thousand genders, but anytime somebody is a transgender, they only going from male to female or female to male. They never go to one of these other mysterious genders. They tell you that biology does not dictate your gender, yet they go under the knife to change the biological organ to fit the gender. But when you talk about biology and double X chromosomes and XY chromosomes, you can't talk about that because science. Now science is wrong. Do y'all see the game? Can you see the game? Thank you, Well Beast. Remember the movie Drop Squad? They need a hyena catching version of that. This is deplorable. Thank you, Damian Cross. Every time she opens her mouth, something pathetic comes out. Wasn't she in London with that 3 or 4 hyena? I showed that clip. She definitely was. And thank you once again, Norrin. So I greatly appreciate all of your support, sweetheart.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just want to thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you once again so much. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand how the web of life, I'm trying to talk about the web of the lie, how the distancing yourself from the truth is a spiritual corruption that keeps you lost in the lost value system. The distancing yourself from the truth is a spiritual corruption that keeps you lost in the lost value system, which is why spiritual truth is number 1 in the 10 life value systems, because you're going to have to start telling the truth. If you want to come out, you're going to have to start telling the truth. The first person you need to tell the truth to is you. See, when the Bible said the truth will set you free, that's what it meant. That's what that meant. The truth will free you from being lost. Truth corrects all errors in the mind. Every error is corrected by the truth. Now, what do that got to do with black women and Sukiana Crimson? I spoke at length about the spiritual corruption because that is what the Hyena clan is in. A pit of lies, which is why you can uphold and protect Suki Hana from a non-threat, like YK Osiris. Y'all act like he had been stalking her and was going to slit her throat. He went over there and he kissed her because she doesn't have boundaries. So he didn't think that there was a boundary that he couldn't cross if there aren't any. See, she doesn't get to not have boundaries and everybody else got to have them. They're either there or they're not. The boundaries are there or they're not. The boundaries are there or they're not. You don't get to say, I have boundaries, and then I don't have boundaries. And then when somebody come along and give you the energy of not having boundaries, you don't get to cry about boundaries. But so many of y'all in the sisterhood are on demon time, aren't you? Y'all are demons. That's why I talked about spirituality and the truth and the spiritual value, because the sisterhood of failure is a bunch of demons. And I mean that in a very literal sense. Because you uphold filth. You uphold every breaking of every natural law. You support all of the breaking of the law, not the law of the land. You like the law of the land because it supports your foolishness. I don't want to be, a traditional woman because, I just don't feel like you should have to do all that because this is slavery. I mean, why would we have to be, in gender roles and stuff like that? Because that's the natural order. And Black women do not like the natural order. So if you don't like the natural order, that means you like an unnatural order. And an unnatural order is chaotic. But not only is an unnatural order chaotic, an unnatural order is demonic. So now it shouldn't surprise anybody that these chicks get online and get in front of a camera or a microphone somewhere and admit how they hate their kids, admit how they hate their men, admit how they gonna delete this person and that person and what they gonna do to this one and that one. If you want to get out of the lost value system, you're going to have to start telling the truth. See, you're going to have to start telling the truth, not stuff like this. We not, beloved. We can't. We cannot keep telling these hyenas that all life comes from them. We can't do it. And the reason that we cannot do that is twofold. Number one, it's not true. Women do not carry the seeds of life. Men do. So this statement is not true. Men carry seed. Women are soil. And soil can be fallow or it can be rich. We can't continue to tell these people that things come from them and life comes from them and that they special. And that, because see, with that, when you tell somebody that and they are already corrupted spiritually, they're not going to take that positively. They're going to take that in a very negative, pompous way. Oh, so I'm a special snowflake. That means that I get to do what I want to do, and everybody else can't hold me accountable because all mankind come from Black women. No, they don't. Black men have the seeds of life, not Black women. They do not even value the wombs that carry the seed. They do not even value. They defile those wombs. Their wombs are death. Their wombs are sarcophagus. A place of worms. A barren place. A soulless place. Ask any Planned Parenthood doctor. Because if she valued her womb at all, if she valued her womanhood at all, we wouldn't even be having these conversations. So we can't say that, beloved, at all. Thank you so much, Abdul Alim. I appreciate you so very much, so very much. I appreciate you, brother, so very much. Thank you, Utah. Said, Sister Davis, you speaking God's truth. Thank you so much. And thank you once again, Miss Lucasely said, yes, women are soil, men are seed. Exactly. And thank you, Miss Veronica, for your super sticker, beloved. You don't think they understand the magnitude of what I said real life? Yeah. I believe you that women are corrupted. Let me speak back on you. Let me speak back on you. Let me speak back on you. I'm gonna come back to you because I saw your comment. I thought I saw your comment. He said, no cap, it's just that they've been corrupted. This is my last couple of minutes, so I'm going to say it. Black women have been corrupted. Even if they were on their purpose as women, they are not. All mankind does not come from any woman. Why am I talking about this particular point? Because that particular point is a sticking point for a lot of hyenas, because they think that being the womb that cultivates, that grows, that nurtures, that feeds the life that a man put in it is somehow second rate and not good enough. It's not good enough to be the environment where that seed flourishes, where that seed grows, where that seed can come out healthy and happy, because you were the place, your womb was the place that seed was allowed to prosper and grow. And it is from your womb, right? The sacrifice of women, pains like you've never been able to. No one can survive those pains except women. The pain of birth. She literally risked her life with every one of them until a baby is brought forth. And somehow that's not good enough. Once she realizes that she's not the seed, she the soil. See, the soil not good enough. Being a woman, not good enough. We are not the seed. We are the soil for the seed. Mother Earth. What you put in the earth. What you plant when you want to yield a crop. You plant the seed. You plant the seed. You put it in there so that the soil can do what? Under the cover of darkness, like a womb. How does sunlight reach down into the dirt to make a seed sprout? How does the sunlight penetrate it in order to make the seed sprout? In layers of darkness, just like a womb. In layers of darkness, a human is formed. The mother has no say. The father has no say. And somehow for these women, being that soil is somehow second fiddle. Not good enough. It can only be worthy if the seed, but that's why I chose to focus on that thought. Black women are too preoccupied with being mad that they're women and being mad at womanhood, being mad at the position that the Most High gave them, as if that position wasn't good enough because it wasn't the male position, and somehow that position is not good enough. Anyway. Thank you again. Utah said Jeremiah chapter 16 gives brothers the solution to not give demonic women, aka hyenas, our seed. Hyenas are daring us to keep their delusions alive. Thank you so much. You know what? Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.